Do you want to quit YouTube? Yes, I will quit YouTube. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use alternative to YouTube.
So, is YouTube alternatives great? Is YouTube alternatives good to use? They're not perfect yet. I mean, YouTube is still better in some form or way, in my perspective, because how you can upload without some limitations. Like, YouTube alternatives, to me, still have more way to go. They still have more way to go, you know? YouTube alternatives, they're okay. They're just not the greatest. I saw other YouTube alternatives like YouTube, Odyssey, Vimeo. I tried a couple of them and it wasn't that good. So, you know, uploading videos on Odyssey would require some Bitcoin or points or something like that, which is quite a downfall of that site and that platform. As to say, YouTube alternatives are that bad, but you know, what's the point? Because YouTube was around for a long time, and it's more popular than the YouTube alternatives that are even mentioned in this video. Well, my thing is, are YouTube alternatives gonna get better and better to the point where small creators have to just switch to like a whole entire different site and thus leave YouTube as a platform YouTuber? Well, it's a yes and a no, because YouTube has more and more people, and alternatives has less and less people. Things YouTube alternatives does better, there's something that YouTube does better, like in the middle, so like a tie, you know. Because Odyssey, you just got limited uploads. No, you quite have to pay in order to upload a video, in my perspective of view, because I used it since 2019. YouTube never really used it. It's quite, I won't really recommend the platform. You can use it if you want. You don't have to just agree. When it comes to YouTube alternatives, it's quite hard to figure out which one is better. At the same time, the alternative can do things better and have more better features. And at the other side, YouTube has more of encouraging way to make videos and get audience. So it's quite, you know, and the thing is, YouTube lacks at, you know, getting, you know, the view counts and everything like that. They just remove the subscribers and just remove the views, which makes it harder for a small creator to be discovered, which I can understand for that point of view. As you know, my channel only has 3 subscribers, so I don't know how to feel about that, but it's still doing well actually. Like I said, YouTube is quite in this particular good part and bad part, which can be better in some ways, and YouTube can be better in particular ways on the analytics stuff and all that. However, it does remove subscribers and views, which makes you less discovered, which makes the alternatives quite better with the caring for those small creators. So it's quite in a different position. I'm just gonna have to just keep going with my content. I don't really care if that is the case, because hey, I enjoy it. So either way, I can still prefer YouTube over Odyssey and YouTube and Vimeo, because honestly, there's just more freedom to me to do things and upload content and actually get more audience. When on YouTube and other alternatives, there's quite a less chance. I know in Odyssey you get these certificates or whatever, and you increase the certificates in order to get discovered more, but how does that even help your channel? I mean, it's just quite in that gray area. I'm not sure about YouTube alternatives no more. Disappointing. It can be disappointing, regretful, and I don't know what to feel about it. I'm saying they are that much regretful, but I'm just saying alternatives quite mean a more way to actually get better and evolve more better. On Odyssey, you need to increase your kind of Bitcoin currency or whatever, which if you don't have enough, then therefore you can't even upload, in my perspective. And on YouTube, you don't need all that. You don't need all that Bitcoin currency, microtransactions, or whatever. You can literally just upload a video. So yeah, no, that stuff. That's why I still prefer YouTube, because it's more easier to use. Even though the platform can be more like gimmicky, it doesn't really matter. I still prefer the platform either way. So yeah, that's it on platforms. So goodbye.